might know me as that asshole in the last season of the show. You tried to bring the whole thing down. Don't forget, I'm just a human being. I'm just an actor. Ah, man, it was so much fun kicking ass. Just for a split second. But then they got me. That Alex Calvert, he got me. Got 2.0. But you know, this isn't about me. Washington, D.C., it's about you all! Come to celebrate the best television show ever to air on the television, 15 seasons. I tell people, yeah, it's on the show Supernatural. And half the time, like, oh my God, yeah, I love that show. Who are you? No. And half the time they're like, I never watched that show. I heard it was on for a while. Yeah, it was on for a long fucking time. Get with it. 326? Yeah. I was watching it for the first time right now on a podcast, Supernatural Then and Now. A podcast that I will be doing forever. I host it with my friend Richard Spade Jr., who couldn't be here today because he's directing in Vancouver. A show called Kung Fu. And he's doing a great job with it. So he couldn't be here, but I'm here, damn it! I'm here all weekend long! And it's not just me! Matt Cohen is here. Excited about her on the stage with me right now. Please give it up for the band, Loud and Swing. The four of us have been playing together for about 20 years, and we're so excited every day that we get to step out on stage and play for you all. On the bass guitar, it's the robot Mike Borja. It sure is the best. It's The Exorcist, filmed in Georgetown, nearby. But that's Robert Smith from The Cure instead of the priest. It's a merging of... It's my fave. Please give it up for the Robert Smith of Loud and Swain on the drums, Stephen Norton! And the Morrissey of the group. On the guitar, on the lead guitar, the maestro, Billy Moran! Yeah, so Morrissey can't do that. Take that, Morrissey. It's like a rap battle online with you and Morrissey. Something when I went like 51. Hey, shut your mouth. And it's more than 25. Can we get Mike's mic off? We're 25 years we can get All right, guys, we have a hell of a day for you. Let's get it started with our first guest. Oh, you're going to be so excited to see these people. Give it up for Matt Cohen! It's a magic number. Two. It's a magic number. Yeah, it is. It's a magic number.
We're here still.
Yeah,
We're still
You're
here.
still here. Your calf is not exploded.
We're still down. Well, we haven't made that decision yet. I'm still feeling it out. I don't know. Something just made a noise. I'm not sure what it is.
Oh no, you're not serious.
Kind of serious.
Okay.
I'll just smile and be serious. We'll cry backstage together. Anyways, how you guys doing? Happy Saturday.
Matt literally just landed an hour ago, so I haven't even seen him myself.
Yes.
It's always an exciting time when it's just me and you. We get rid of the riffraff.
Yeah.
No spade.
This is already more than we usually get to talk in our panel. So it's nice. If you guys have questions, you're going to get answers, not just Salty Rich telling you whatever he wants to about his directing career. So you're welcome in advance. Don't all run to the microphones at once, slowly.
You get this chance to talk to an actual host of Entertainment Tonight, Matt Cohen, a real live TV personality.
Yes, I falsely overexcited about all things entertainment news. Is what I.
What was the latest? What did you just post about being at Disneyland and Star Wars?
I was at Disneyland and I was there to interview Topher Grace for he's got this great show called Home Economics. Have you seen this? You know about it? I haven't seen it either. Don't worry. I was the one asking you questions. Topher's a great guy. He's got some kids.
Home Economics. So, what is it?
Yeah, I'm like, so does this deal with numbers and money? Elaborate. Go. Tell me all about it. Topher's an amazing guy, and they're like, listen, we want you to drive an hour down to Disney for the interview. The give on Topher's part is he'll go on a ride with you. And I'm like, great. Like, it's great. Okay, so I'll go ride with Topher. And I get there, Topher and I do the interview the last 5 minutes, and then we go on Big Thunder Mountain together after I just ate 2 churros for dinner and a giant bottle of water, so my stomach is like a sugar tornado of chaos. And they're like, we want you with a GoPro gimbal to film the interview of you and Topher on the ride while you ask him questions on the ride, on a roller coaster. We all know Big Thunder Mountain, it's a roller coaster.
Oh my God.
And this is the whole time. Like I couldn't remember any of the questions, so I started just making up stuff. I'm like, Topher, it's season 3! What was the first line of dialogue you said in season 1? And he just starts laughing because he's like, I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't know what this question has to do with season 3 of promoting this show. It was a whole thing, and I go to leave, and no parent goes to Disneyland without their child and then comes home empty-handed. So I stop in the Star Wars section, I go find a little die-cast thing, and I look up, and here's Kylo Ren. And Kylo Ren, for whatever reason, is pissed off. He's just...
he's fucking Kylo Ren, man.
And I'm the guy that's gotta be...
You look like his father?
I know a little bit about Star Wars, but not as much as I should. My son is 7, he's just getting me into it, and Kylo goes, "Are you part of the Resistance?" And I was like, the way he asked it was like, I didn't know if I should say yes or no. And so I was like, I'm part of the Resistance. And he was like, rethink your answer. He's right here, and I don't have a mask on, and he has a mask on, and I'm like, hoping he doesn't have COVID behind the mask. And he's like right up in my face, and now there's 50 children around, like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? And he's like, he starts telling me all this other, these words from Star Wars. I'm not quite sure what he means, talking about this and that, and going over here and training with them, and I'm just playing it off, and I literally keep going like this. I'm like, all right, thank you. And every time I get to right here, and I turn around, and he's like, where are you going? I'm sweating. I'm sweating because I don't know what to say, the right Star Wars thing, and the ET cameras are following me, and I'm like, I am a fraud right now. Like, I know nothing about sci-fi. I was so embarrassed.
First of all, Kylo knows where the camera is. You know what I mean? Like he knows where his bread is buttered. And then secondly, yeah, you are part of the resistance. He's not going to be happy with that. That's not his side. But you picked the right side. You did the right thing.
Well, but then there was a young man who was like maybe like 8 right there, and I go, I don't know if I'm part of it. What does he think? What are you doing? And the kid was like, this little, he was always gonna grow up and be a bully. He's like, he goes, you're a bad guy. You're not part of the resistance. And I went, what about you? And he goes, me too. I like look at Kylo Ren, and he's like, he does like the slow like horror movie. He's like. The little kid's like running off. It was a whole thing, man.
That's great, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I just saw the shot of you behind Kylo Ren, like trying to sneak away. It's amazing.
It got to a point, it was so hot, and I was so nervous that like I could feel while he was talking at me the pit stains growing. It was growing like a sunrise down the side of my arm. And I'm like, I have to get out of here, I gotta interview a guy, like.
That's why Jared Padalecki travels with like 3 shirts.
Yeah, he's a smart guy,
yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay, we've got questions.
Go.
Let's go this side.
Hey guys, so I was going to ask for a Tim Robinson story, but I think I've done it the last 3 times. I'm sure you guys are kind of storied out. So I would like to know, is there a special moment or something, or maybe a funny moment, that you guys have had with a con-goer, and something that really sticks out in your mind that you're like, wow, that was a cool moment?
With a con-goer, with
like a photo op or an autograph?
Oh yeah, fun.
We got a great one, I don't know if you remember. We were in Germany, and a girl came up, and she was really tired.
The yawning one, yeah.
The yawning one.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a good go-to.
It's a great go-to story. No, it's not for everyone, all ages, this early in the day. But yeah, she wanted us to. She didn't speak English very well. Lovely gal, and she wanted us. We didn't know what she wanted, but she in the picture she wanted us to pose, and she wanted us to be on our knees, all of us on our knees, and she was
me, Rich, and Rob.
And she was like, and go like. And we were like.
And she went, no, you know, like, and we were like,
So we start laughing because we're silly and holding back tears. And sure enough, we took the picture and then we realized that she meant yawning. We were tired. Tired.
but she literally said nothing when she came up to us. She was like,
You.
And like, I look at Rich, and you know, Rich has got this face going on, his beard all
Can't stay serious.
mustache is twisted up into the corner of his face, trying to make a decision for him. Like, what do you do?
So we told the story. We'd always laugh about it. A couple years later, we finally see the picture.
Yeah.
And it's all of us like on our knees.
Beet red. Our faces are.
And literally tears from laughing. We're just like, why are we doing this? Why would you make us do that?
And the funny thing is, like, no matter what you guys ask us to do, we do.
We do it. Especially pre-COVID. Pre-COVID us. Whatever. You guys at your Friday night pictures that you guys used to do during karaoke.
Yeah, there would be some things happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna come out at some point. You guys don't cancel me because you see those pictures. We're all having a good time. You never were.
Anyway, yeah, so yawning in Germany.
We laughed so effing hard in that moment. It may be one of the hardest times I've ever laughed in my life.
Yeah.
The 3 of us, like, to a sweaty, uncomfortable, like, disgusting point of laughter.
Why? Just why?
You don't get moments like that every day. You gotta hang on to them.
Hang on to
Take
it.
them with you.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for your question.
Hi. First of all, love you both. I actually have a question for Matt. What was it like playing young John Winchester? Like, what was your favorite thing about it? And did you like watch Jeffrey Dean Morgan, like to kind of get some ideas about how to play?
Yes, I did. I watched Jeffrey, but I didn't watch him from Supernatural. When I first came on the show, I watched him because I was preceding him. You have to remember, I'm the more naive, less tainted, little nicer, fatherly version of the Jeffrey you met in season 1 and 2. And I watched him play Denny on Grey's Anatomy. I mean, have you seen him play Denny? I mean, if you want to fall in love with a man, completely switch sides. Your heterosexualness is gone forever when you see him.
Oh yeah, well, they went out the window a while ago, but he's amazing.
So yeah, I watched him play that, and I tried to just be, a little kind of straight edge military with some of that. And then the best part about playing it is this: I'm here right now. My best friends have come from the Supernatural universe. My fulfillment of love and understanding of people has come from these conventions. The show has given me a directing career. It's given me friends. It's helped me understand how to raise a family because I'm surrounded by good fathers. Supernatural is responsible for pretty much everything I am, other than, the beating heart in my chest that my mother gave me.
What season did you come on?
I came, first season was 4, and then I did 1 in 5, and then I came back in 11, and then directed 15, so just spread out.
Spread out, yeah. I just, we're watching it for the first time, as you know, and just excited. I'm excited about season 4. A lot happens in season 4.
Where are you guys?
Halfway through 2.
Before I directed, I told Richard, I'm gonna watch every single episode. I finished season 2, and I was like, I'm good, I'm ready to direct. There is days and hours and months of Supernatural stuff to watch.
Oh yeah, it's a good show. It's a really good show. It's good. I'm waiting. It just gets better and better.
I'll tell you this: when I watched that show, I remembered, and I was so surprised when you first see a pilot. It's like clunky. Sometime you're trying to get the ideas out and everything. I saw Jensen in the pilot, and he was the same smart-ass MFer he was in season 15. And I thought it was impressive.
It is impressive. They bring it. Yeah. Even through season 15, when I was there, these guys are bringing it 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's great. And they're both great. They're both great. But Dean is, he's so Han Solo to me. Star Wars reference, But,
wait, what Lego movie is that from?
And Sam, you just want to cradle him.
Yeah.
Like a big, huge baby.
Yeah, and then you want
come here.
Then you want to put him in that cradle. And then you want to put him in that cradle and then just kick him right down the river. Love you, Sammy.
Are you cosplaying as Rowena? You look so much like her. I thought it was Ruth for a second. You look beautiful. Yeah, well, I'm good with it.
Wouldn't it be funny? She canceled the weekend, but she showed up for our panel.
Ruth? You came in and I was like, Ruth?
I'll come home right away.
Here. Hi.
Both of you, I'm Larissa, I'm the first time, and I'm actually from Germany, so you guys can really help me.
I'm tired.
It's because of the day, and I absolutely love the both of you. I absolutely love the podcast, it's awesome. And my question is for both of you. So if Carry On Wayward wouldn't have been the title song of the show, which song would you have chosen?
What was the question?
Carry On wasn't like the song of the show, Carry On My Wayward Son.
Oh, what would we choose? Wow.
That's a loaded question.
It's a lot. It's gotta come. So yeah. No, I feel like no matter what our answer is, it's the wrong answer because Carry On is the answer.
I'm just going to put this out there because it sounded funny in my brain for a second. So if John Winchester picked a song for the boys in the show, I think it would be Miley Cyrus, I Came In Like a Wrecking Ball.
Chuck would think it would be What If God Were One of Us.
Which is the best song.
However, the song that encompasses the show, I feel like maybe The Boys Are Back in Town. Boys are back in town. Or that song Brother. that we've covered a couple of times?
Highway to Hell.
Highway to Hell? That would be if it was Lucifer's show. Mark Pellegrino's theme song. But yeah, I would say,
There's a lot of songs you can make to be
yeah,
badass on that show.
Boys Are Back in Town.
A lot of classic rock.
Yeah.
Barbie Girl. That's only if it's a Sam solo spin-off.
Anyway, yeah, so I think, what did you say? Oh, came in like a wrecking ball?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, so yeah, maybe one of those.
Or you could do something fun because the brothers are so good at stopping these problems. You call it like Too Legit to Quit, you know?
Too Legit to Quit. Yeah, Too Legit to Quit is our final answer.
Another one bites the dust.
That's really good, that makes me
It
laugh.
really is a fun question. You can pick a lot of songs and they're all fun.
Yeah, well that's why it's fun with the band. We used to try harder, but like to come up with songs to play for people when they came on stage, like, and some really good ones really stuck, you know. But I mean, the best Krista came up with this, I think, was for Mark Shepard. It was Mr. Crowley, the Ozzy Osbourne song. Mr. Crowley. So good. So yeah, coming up with songs that we really think about, like, okay, it's Chad Lindbergh. You play Ash. What could it be? I can't remember what he chose for that. That was the first person in my head, and I don't think he has a song. But the point is, Dave Tigerman, we do Eye of the Tiger. But yeah, the point is we tried to do something that had to do with the part that they played. Or Sam Smith, there's a song, Mother. What? By Danzig, that's right. Danzig. And what's his name? Like John Danzig. Glenn Danzig? Glenn Danzig, yeah. I love that when the Danzig is so rock. And his name is actually Glenn Danzig. His brother Bobby.
Glendale Danzig.
The Danzigs.
Robert Danzig. Mr. and Mrs. Danzig.
It's Dr. Danzig.
They do the Danzig yearly bake sale, and it's a really good
Totally.
Those Danzig birthday brownies are delicious.
Miss Danzig, can I go to the dressing room? His mom's a teacher. Anyway.
But you know the kids don't call her Miss Danzig. They're like, Mother!
Exactly.
This is a way to kill a joke.
Yeah, no, that was actually good. No, that was good.
Right down.
No, that was great. That's what we call a callback. Yes.
My name's Haley, and my question for you guys is, if you guys were to ever meet your characters, what would you say to them?
I would have said, listen, young John Winchester, you should have bought that Volkswagen van because there's mushrooms and psychedelic experiences that you missed out on by not having it. It could have really opened your young eyes to another side of the monsters and demons, and maybe you would have a conversation with them rather than just killing them all and choose peace rather than abandoning your kids and hunting all the monsters in the world. Just an idea, just a thought.
Please, dear God, spare me. As a lowly actor, sorry about how I played you. Especially there at the end. I'd either do that, or I'd be like, dude, you better fucking chill out. Or else, no more you. You know what I mean? It's not gonna end well for you. Most likely it'd be more the other. So I really do worry. It's all fun and games until I die and go to heaven. And he's like, no. You know what? No, I watched the show, not a fan. And then down to hell I go. They're like, come on in.
Do you ever spend any time sitting thinking, you know, no matter what your beliefs are, but did you ever have this thought of, when I do pass on and I go to the place and there is a dude or a lady or an entity there, are they going to go, that's how you thought I was going to be? That was your character choice? Let me sit you down, let's do a character.
Exactly. They're going through TSA and they uh-oh, come with me.
Like, yeah, this is the guy that played some version of you. Let's have a talk with you backstage.
George Burns is there. And
already seen. Like, we could spin off
All the people who played God on TV.
like it's like, you know how they do like behind the show, these like mockumentaries. They do it on Supernatural, and it's like you have to we all meet the real entities. Like Gabriel meets Gabriel, like a real biblical version.
Yeah.
He's like, what the fuck, man? I get it's entertainment, but you weren't even in the ballpark. The snappy fingers, Loki. What are you mixed up?
Yeah.
God's like, come. Walk next to me.
I don't want to.
You know what? You walk next to me, you carry me on your back. Let's see what you're really made of.
I'm so scared. I'm already scared. I'm literally sweating. Anyway, so thank you. Hello.
Well, that's actually a perfect lead into my question for you, Rob. Like, even though you didn't write the character, you just played it, either online or like in person, has anyone ever like you gotten flack for how you play God? And like, oh, that's blasphemous. Like anything like that, either online or in person?
No, oddly, I get more just sort of like people angry with the way that the character became in season 15, and sort of sometimes get confused that that's not me, you know. But no, I know. I mean, I've met like priests and a few nuns, and they seemed kind of tickled by it. But yeah, no one's ever. I mean, I really on the opposite of that, like I have signed Bibles, which feels doesn't feel right. Hope you liked my book. Doesn't feel right. What's the name again? Lisa. You're a rock star. Check out chapter 1. That doesn't feel right. But yeah, but no, not a lot. I will now. But yeah, no. Fortunately, a lot of people, most people who take that very seriously understand that this is fiction and a TV show. Please. Thank you. You're very lovely. I like your outfit.
It would be funny, however, that like when we go to Rome and you go to the Vatican, like just for a second, you tell somebody important, like, I play God, so it's just kind of like my space. It's like walking to Vatican.
Yeah. Sistine Chapel. I look up at the.
You have your headshot, it's also God on the bottom.
Yeah. Hey.
There I am.
Sistine Chapel. I'm like, that's me.
Yeah. All those rosaries, those are on the house. Get them out, everybody. I decided that too.
I'd be so arrested.
So arrested. Be thrown somewhere very scary and we'll be seen for a very long time.
That's right.
Hi. I love you both, but this question is for Rob.
I love when these questions start like that.
So I'm really, really enjoying the podcast.
Thank you.
I've learned not to listen to it while I'm driving because it makes me laugh so hard I'm afraid to drive.
Thank you.
My favorite part is listening to the two of you snort laugh at each other. But my question is, would there ever be an opportunity for listeners to submit questions or comments to have addressed on the show? Because I have lots.
Yeah, that's a good.
Sounds like you got a producer that wants to come on board.
That's a great idea. Yes, I think that they're putting together now a sort of chance to be a subscriber, like a la Patreon, and then that would be a way to communicate directly with the producer of our show and give him your comments, criticisms, questions, that kind of thing. So I think that is in the works now. So yeah. And in the meantime, it's great to hear, at these things I always go back and like, hey, this is what I heard, people maybe suggested this or that kind of thing. And he does, our producer really does, reads your comments online and stuff like that. Also he wanted me to remind people that this Monday, Alona Tall is going to be on the show. That's going to be her, she's great.
Did you remember when she got attacked by a monkey?
No, I never met her before.
Oh my God.
Bridget met her, I never met her.
I'm going to tell you guys this story whether you want to know it or not. Early in the convention circuit. there is a guest at a convention pushing around, husband and a wife pushing around a baby stroller. We all think there's a baby in the stroller. It's not. It's a tiny monkey, like the size of like a 3-year-old, but the strength of like Arnold Schwarzenegger. She's pushing around, and she's all dead. This is my baby, telling everybody, and we're like, okay, is this like a service thing? Is it adopted? You say it's like whatever, we're all cool with it. It's been nice. We're just keeping our distance. And finally, at some point in the day, she gets the ability to kind of like bring it into like a meeting room, and we're allowed to go in and meet it. And so I'm in there with Alona, and it's so funny. I'm like, I'm not gonna touch it. I was like, that's cool. I'm scared monkeys rip people's faces off and stuff. I don't know. This is a wild animal from the jungle. And Alona goes, I can hold it. And the lady's like, yeah, you can hold it. Yikes. And she puts the monkey like just handing off your baby, like, here you go. And the girls are all smiles. And Alona's like, oh. And it's like sitting on her arm. The tail's hanging down there. And it's just like looking at her right here in the face.
Oh, God.
It's this close to her face.
Oh, no.
She's got like this arm right next to her. She's like, oh, look at it. And she kind of like gives it like a, and it goes, and bites her arm. Bites onto her arm with its very human-like teeth that were like chewing, and it was like, and she's like, get me off! She hands it back to the mom, and there was like this moment of like everybody paled out, and it was like, oh, what just happened? The monkey bit her. It did not like break skin, but there was a perfect imprint of the entire monkey's teeth, upper and lower, on her forearm. And it could have been bad because God forbid it was her nose or her cheek or something.
Yeah.
And she handled it like a pro, and I was scared shitless and did not go near her for the rest of the day. I thought like she was attracting some bad monkey energy, and I wanted no part of it.
Wait a minute.
I like to, when I walk into a room, I bring good monkey energy, and that's the bottom line.
Wow, so that was your takeaway, that Alona Tall, that it was her fault.
Yeah. Like, when I see her at the airport and we cross paths, I'm like, I'm gonna stay over
Bad
there because
monkey.
I don't know where the monkeys are around this place. I'm not risking it today.
That's hilarious. Yeah, wow. I know, where was that?
I don't know, probably DC or New Jersey or something.
We need more actual facts for that story. Wow, that's crazy.
It was terrifying.
Yeah, no,
And
that's
also the funniest thing I've ever seen. It was terrifying. Like I was like, ah! You know, my face was broken. It didn't know how to react.
Wow. Yeah, how do you, and if you're poor Alona Tall, how do you, oh no, it's fine, it's fine.
She like handled it well. Like I would have, you know, like my knee-jerk reaction was like, whoa, and the monkey's like,
Yeah, but the monkey, that would have been bad. Monkey's tail's all like,
grabs on, he swings back, because now he's on my neck. I'm like, ah!
this is my monkey. Hanging on a pipe. You just threw me.
You look like a monkey with his arms are broken, but he's
Wow. Yeah, we had a monkey in Kings of Con, the series that Misha's character had. And it's that monkey that's in it. Was the same monkey from Hangover. That same monkey actor.
Really?
It's that same monkey. He works all the time. I'm like jealous of this freaking monkey. Yeah, I met the dude. But yeah, and he, yeah, I mean, honestly, it's a girl, and she's kind of a diva. You know what I mean? Like, okay.
She has riders on her contracts.
Yeah. Only the red M&Ms, that kind of thing. Yeah, no, and she really was just a little bit of like, you don't push it. She's a freaking monkey too, right? So he's got.
Listen, you don't have to warn me. I saw a monkey attack Alona Tall. So when I see a baby monkey now, I'm like, all due respect, sir. It's I want no problems. No beef. Here's some peanuts. Here, I'll peel your banana. Actually, here. There you go. You don't even get your hands dirty. Enjoy. More where that came from. Don't bite me.
She's like, you back, Cohen? Entertainment tonight?
I'm like, yeah, we're very excited to be here with you. Do you want to say a few words to your fan?
Yeah, I love you.
I got a real life documentary coming out about this time I bit this supernatural actress. Everybody's gonna love it.
You know Alona Tall? I bit her.
actually got a musical section where I sing. And it's Alona just in the background doing harmonies, screaming like, ah! And I rap over it. It's really cool. It's me and my monkeys.
Drops Friday. I got an album coming out. This is me. My solo record. Oh man, we're so dumb. I don't know what that is. It's not even. It looks nothing like a monkey.
That's me and Rob walking on stage 30 years from now. Hey, that was just our monkey bit. We're still doing it, and also osteoporosis.
You get to the point you don't know if we're doing the monkey bit or it's just how we stand. Hey, how's everybody doing?
Creation won't fly us coach anymore, so we're in the luggage compartment. This is just what it is now. How you doing? Happy to be here. Who's excited about karaoke?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know what this has turned into, but I'm enjoying it.
I'm a fan of the podcast as well, and I want to say I did the math. It'll take you about 6.5 to 7 years to finish it.
Sweet.
My question is, this is my first con, so I was wondering if you had any memories from your first con, if you were like nervous or excited, and how you felt.
I remember mine very clearly. It was Chicago, and the episode, The Real Ghostbusters, had just aired. And in that episode, I'm at a con. Chuck has a convention, and the whole gist of the episode was that it was a take on the cons. But I had never done one before. I filmed the whole episode not knowing really what that was like. And so then I come out, it literally aired, and then like the next day I appeared at an actual convention, and Julie McNiven had a panel before me, I remember that. So I remember thinking like, who's that? What a cutie. That's a secondary sort of different story, but, and then I took the stage and I was scared shitless. I was so nervous. And everybody's like, the audience is great, you know, it's gonna be fine, you're gonna be fine. But I was just so scared. And I had a bottle of water, I came on stage, I'm shaking a little bit, I'm like, oh my God, this is exactly how I was in the episode. So it's this weird sort of mind fuck where I'm like, wait, what is real? Because in the episode, Chuck's all like shaking, he's got a bottle of water, he's like, you know, it's dry in here. So that's literally how I felt, so it was just the weirdest thing. And just to compare in my mind, like what the pretend con was like compared to the actual con was interesting too. And anyway, yeah, so I remember that was stuck in me. And then of course, the audience was great, and it was like the best 40 minutes. It was just awesome. And then I've been addicted ever since. That was like 2009. So, yeah.
Wow, we've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine. It's like hard to think a decade of this.
Yeah.
What we've been doing. My first one was in Birmingham, and I sat in a chair. It was me and Amy Guminick, Young Mary, and we. I was so nervous. I brought a beanie that looked exactly like a beanie that Jared would wear because I thought, like, that's what
These people obviously love beanies.
Like, this is big fan base must love beanies, and I sat in the chair and I wore my beanie. If you can find pictures, it's a white beanie, and I wore it exactly how Jared would wear it, like over the ears, pulled back, like I had make-believe long hair coming out of it. And I was so nervous, and Amy's there, and there's, you know, the British con they do over there is big. It's like there's a couple thousand people in the room, and I'm just beat red sitting in the chair like this. And they ask questions, and you know, now we have a good time answering these questions. We make up stories, we want to make you guys laugh. And I was like, they'd be like, elaborate question. And I'd be like, yeah. What's your question? And I was like, there was something in me that was trying to be what I thought you guys wanted me to be, this weird, like, mysterious actor, look at my beanie on. I would tell you deep things, but there's just so much going on inside. And like, now you see who I am for my real self. It's like, this is me now. And you guys opened me right up, and I'm a wide open book, and I'm here to tell you all the shit you don't want to know. You're welcome. That's what it's turned into.
That's awesome. Thanks for your question.
So I just wanted to start off by saying I'm super excited. This is my first con since COVID started, so 2.5 years.
Welcome back.
Rob, I did your virtual meet and greet, and it's great to see you guys in person.
Oh, thank you.
And my question is for Matt.
This is what's important about you guys is you care about our emotions so much. You guys are always like, you know what? I love you. This is for you.
Yeah. Rob, you're a good person. You try hard. We enjoy that. Keep on going. Matt, my question's for you.
So Matt,
Yes.
you've interviewed a lot of famous people.
All of them, I feel like.
I'm sure you've been asked this before, so I apologize, audience, but do you ever get starstruck, and how do you handle that in the middle of the interview?
I wish I got starstruck, but there's so much chaos on your mind in the moment. It's like you can't get starstruck. How it works interviewing people on a red carpet is there's like, you have a producer with you that's on their phone getting breaking news, whatever's on the Instagram feed of the person I'm about to talk to, and as Benedict Cumberbatch is like walking down the carpet and I'm like right where the speaker is, he's like, taking the pictures, and E.T.'s always the first news outlet after the pictures, so we kind of get the celebrities first. And he's like, hi, I'm taking pictures, and as he's like taking steps over here, I'm like this, getting ready to talk to him, and there's a producer right here behind me, and she's like, this is what you're gonna say, you're gonna say this, you're gonna ask this, and you're gonna do this, and he's just describing this, and he was with his daughter, and the thing, and you're like, hey, Benedict, how's it going? And like, all you can think of is the bullshit she just filled your head with. And how to make that into 5 questions and get them all answered in a minute and a half. It is a nightmare. And then you have their publicist, right? You have the talent's publicist who knows that they're there for a movie premiere and there's 400 people on this press line and everybody's only gonna get 1 or 2 minutes with their star. And so then as I'm here, like this, with the microphone in said celebrity's face, like, so tell me all about what it's been like working on set with this wonderful cast. And then I have the publicist pinching my elbow, going like this. And when she gives you 3 to 5 pinches really fast, you know you better hurry the fuck up or she's just gonna take the celebrity out of the interview. And that's what it is. Or they'll stand behind their celebrity, and sometimes you'll see this in the video, and they'll be like this.
I'd have a total panic attack.
Like,
I would never be able to do that.
Like hurry it up, and I'm like, you look like you're having a seizure. And I'm like looking at Benedict, and just over his shoulders, this person. I'm like you're trying to. It's just like it's chaos. It's absolute chaos. None of it makes sense. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have enough time to be nervous. I'm just trying to. At the end of the day, my only goal is to leave them with something that I didn't waste their time with, and hopefully they give me something not to waste my time. That's the only way I look at it. So I just want to have some human experience with these people, and I will remind you, if you haven't seen the viral video, Benedict Cumberbatch, the first thing he said to me when he walked up was, "He hot." That's my big claim to fame moment. He goes, "What are you doing asking questions? You should be in the MCU." He hot.
It's true. Benedict knows what's up.
And I'm gonna ride that for a long time. So when you meet me, it's not gonna be like Emmy-winning Matt Cohen or this Matt Cohen. It's gonna be Benedict Cumberbatch said, "He hot Matt Cohen." I only want you guys to refer to me as that from now on. It's kind of a big deal.
If I married Benedict